I'm gonna keep believing in this house we've been building. Love that we've been making helps our hearts with the healing. Cause I know what I'm meant for, in the place where I belong. Every moment brings me closer to home. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. Gonna keep dreaming, each day writing on book. Chapter by chapter, verse by verse and hook. Lying under that old oak, guitar picking the notes that we wrote. You're the ice cream in my heart, ruby flow. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. Right next to yours where I lay my head, all my dreams wrapped with you in this bed. You say I'm life's biggest surprise, and I say likewise. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. 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 Every day love you more.
All right, Chad Johnson. Brick by brick. Johnny's Bulldogs coming up here. Winner stays in gold, silver contention. Loser goes to bronze. So a lot riding on this one. Tennessee Tech has secured their position playing for gold, silver. They'll play at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Court 66, that's back upstairs. Winner of this one will play on court 68 upstairs at 3 this afternoon. Loser moves to tomorrow, 11:45 a.m. All right, Yale's taking the floor. Johnny's take the floor. Looks like Will Murnane is walking back to serve. He strolls through the tiled surface onto the concrete floor. R2 is trying to do lineups, and your Johnnies are all bunched up in the middle of the floor, making his job difficult. Yale, as you can see, has got some size. Yale clapping all around. Johnny's getting in position. With a little help from the R2. Hagel is in. We're basically ready to go. Here comes the ball. Will Murnane starts day 2. Match 2 now. Excuse me, match 3. Can we get a redo? Because I had the match number wrong. All right, net serve takes the ball over to the Bulldogs. Stephen Dong sends it over. Blazer there. Renane's going to go outside. Allschmidt, 2 hands are over. Libero there, middle attack. It's good. Stephen Ward off the block to the floor, and Yale is quickly up 2-0. Short serve over. Blazer is there. Murnane with options quickly into Baldessari. Good. Baldessari punches it into the 1-2 seam. Deflection by the Bulldogs, but it sends it out of play, and it's a point. Johnnies are on the board, down 1-2. Blazer back to serve, sends a rocket over, sent up high. Free ball coming. No, it's a right side attack. Now we got a double contact called on the Bulldogs. Point Johnnies, and we're knotted up at 2. 2-2 the score. Blazer to serve. Sends it in the 6. Tight pass. And Ward goes up high and brings it down. Point to the Bulldogs. Back to serve now. Palacios sends it over. Hagel sends it into the bench area. Good hustle by the Johnnies, but it's not coming back. And an ace serve. (4-2) now. The Bulldogs have doubled up the Johnnies here in set number 1. Sent over. Hagel goes down to get it. Murnane chases it down back to Allschmidt. 2-hander off the block. Over ball sent back by Allschmidt again, picked up. And Scram is in the net. Yale's in the net. Thought Scram was in the net. Yale's in the net. Point Johnnies. 4-3 the score. Baldessari back to serve. Looking to tie things up here. Early set number 1. Blazer's got to fix the antenna. He's ready to go. R1's ready to go. And here comes Baldessari. Hopefully he's ready to go. Good serve, good pass, Chang. Outside attack off the block. Here come the Bulldogs once again. Again, outside attack off the block again. Scrambling are the Yale Bulldogs and send it over free. Baldessari, Murnane, Allschmidt gets under it. It's long. Point. Bulldogs. 5-3. Scrappy defense, Yale. Holy cow. 2 of those should have been down. Waiting for the ball to return. There it comes, airmailed in. Sent back. This is libero. Andy Cheng. Cheng to serve. Cheng up. Cheng over. Scram. Ooh. Wide. Boy, that looked to me like it hit the line, but Scram was right there. He let it go. It fell out. Point Johnny's, and now Allschmidt serving to tie, down 1, 4-5. Allschmidt up, sends it into the 6. Pass goes straight up. Cheng is there. Tipped over, blocked Scheider. Scheider gets up high with the stuff block, and it's 5-5. Allschmidt now looking to take the lead for the Johnnies. Good strong serve, trouble, ace serve. Jack Allschmidt, point Johnnies, and they lead 6-5 early set number 1. Getting a little energy infused into the team here. Allschmidt into the 6, passed up nicely. Right side attack, big swing. Big hole in the block there, and the ball goes through it. Point Bulldogs, 6-6 the score. Nicholas Yee back to serve for the Bulldogs. Yee up, Yee over, Yee out. Point Johnnies. Mpofu back to serve. 1-point lead, 7-6. Set number 1. Match 3 on the day. Match 2 of the pool play. Good serve. Nice pass, Cheng. Dong goes outside, roll shot over, and Mpofu is there. Murnane wants to go all the way across. Blazer off the block. Scores for the Johnnies. And now Mpofu. Mpofu to serve. Leading 8-6 are the Johnnies in set 1. Equipment timeout for the Bulldogs. That's Messick getting a shoe tied. Mpofu, good serve, punched into court 47, ace serve. Ulati Mpofu. 9-6 now. Mpofu to serve, there's the signal for ready, there's the approach. Roll shot over off the net cord, back-to-back aces. Mpofu working the net there. And timeout Bulldogs as the Johnnies have taken a 10-6 lead. A little energy now in the Johnnies core. Again, a reminder, if you're just joining us, this match will determine who stays in contention for the gold and silver brackets. You got to win here to get to a challenge match this afternoon, 3 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time, 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, which is the same time, 1 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Central. All right, Johnny's break the huddle. Yale has broken the huddle. Mpofu back to serve, and here he goes quickly. Good serve, good pass this time in system, middle attack, look out. Nice job, Hagel. Free ball over Mpofu, good scramble by the Johnnies. Outside attack down the line. Allschmidt can't come up with it. The net took all the pace off of it and it just dropped inside the 10-foot line. Point to the Bulldogs. 10-7, Johnnies lead. Back to serve is Jason Pierce. Jackson Pierce, excuse me. Up. Scheider, tip shot, left hand, scores. Quinn Scheider, smart little dipsy doodle play up there with the left hand, tipped over the block into the 2 in front of the sprawling Bulldogs. And now Scheider serves, leading 11-7. Down the line, nice pass. Strong side attack, big swing over everybody and long. Point, Johnny's. Big swing by Palacios. 12-7, Johnny's lead. In-house scoreboard says 11-7. We'll try to get that fixed. Scheider. Nice attack by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs back to serve. Still have a score problem. Messick to serve. Sent over, and Pofu is there. Murnane goes outside. Blazer, 2 hands down the line, picked up. Roll shot, blocked back by Baldessari. It's still in system somehow, some way. The Bulldogs keep it going. Murnane tries to go on one, doesn't work. Strong side attack down the line, popped up by Olschmidt. Murnane's going to go outside. Blazer into the block, picked up. Murnane back to Blazer, blocked again. Baldessari picks this one up. Murnane on 2, scores. Spoleto challenges the score. Should be 13-8. Okay, there they got it. 13-8 the score. Murnane Murnane back to serve with the 5-point advantage. Murnane up, Murnane over, down the line. Good pass in system. And Ward, Ward can reach about 12 feet and puts it down. That set was behind him, and he just skied with that long right arm. Brought it back, and it's 13-9 now. Bulldogs down 4. This is Dong back to serve. Dong up, Dong over. Blazer there. Murnane quickly to Baldessari. Net gets in the way. Point Bulldogs, and now the Bulldogs down 3. Bulldogs reach double digits. Dong continues at the service line. Approach, up, over. Blazer there. Murnane back to Blazer. Right side attack, big block. Scrambling are the Johnnies, and the net again catches Baldessari. He's going to go request a measurement of that net, make sure it's not higher than what it's supposed to be. Dong now down 2 are the Bulldogs. Dong up, Dong over short. Blazer there. Murnane quickly blocked. Murnane's going to go outside. Lefty Olschmidt. Nice dig by the Bulldogs. Can't bring it back. Point Johnny's. Nice attack. Jack Olschmidt from the left side. The left-hander, unconventional. Point Johnny's. 14-11 the score. Blazer to serve. Blazer finds the net. That net may be higher. Johnny's struggling here with the net. Last few points. Now back to serve is Steven Palacios. Down 2. Serve is over. Blazer there. Murnane quickly to Baldessari. Blocked. Nice job by Blazer, but Baldessari's second shot is over and long. It's a point Bulldogs. And now they're down 1. Palacios to serve, sends it over. Hagel there, perfect pass. Olschmidt comes in, gets blocked. Scrambling again are the Johnnies. Murnane, nice shot. Will Murnane into the deep 5. Somehow saw that spot through the towering block of Stephen Ward for the kill. Now back to serve. Baldessari. Baldessari up, down the line. Good serve, nice pass. Sent over, picked up by Allschmidt. Scram, two-hander over. Picked up by the Bulldogs. Look out. Outside attack, stuff block. Allschmidt and Scheider. Point, Johnnies. Good double block there on the outside attack. And the Johnnies have regained a 3-point lead. Baldessari, with assistance from Caraspolaro, is ready to go. Baldessari up. Good serve, good pass in system. Dawn goes outside over the block, dug up by Baldessari. Murnane wants Allschmidt, two-hander over, picked up by Cheng. We're going to go right side. Big looping attack is long. I can't stop it. It's rolling onto court 49, but it's a point Johnnies nonetheless. Look out. Baldessari, nice catch. Set 4-point lead for the Johnnies. 17-13 the score. Baldessari down the line. Pierce is there. Dong back to Pierce. Tip shot into the block. Scrambling. Baldessari somehow gets it over. Double contact called on the Johnnies. Quinn Scheider says, yep, that was me. Everyone's looking around on the Johnny side. Wait, who had double contact? I don't get it. I didn't see it either, but it's 17-14. And now Andy Cheng back to serve. There's the signal for ready. Cheng up, Cheng over. Blazer there, look out. Murnane can't do much as a back row player. That overpass comes back hard. And the Bulldogs have turned the 4-point deficit into a 2-point deficit very quickly. Now they'll serve. Andy Cheng will, down 2. Up, over, Hagel there, sends it high. Murnane back to Allschmidt. He goes off the high hands. Nice dig by the Bulldogs. Free ball coming, sent over. Blazer is there. Murnane with options, goes back to Allschmidt. Down the line, scores. Nice job, Will Murnane, pulling the block to the middle and then sends the ball outside to Allschmidt, who hammers it down the line for the kill. And the Johnnies now up 3, 18-15. Allschmidt into the 6. Good pass. Tights. Quinn Scheider. Swipe left. Scores for the Johnnies. 19-15 now. Johnnies by 4. Nice defense, Quinn Scheider. Allschmidt. Good serve off the net cord. Nice pickup. Jackson Pierce goes up over. Murnane on 2. Picked up by Scheider. Murnane on 1. Sent back over. Here's Blazer. Murnane to Scheider. Nice dig by Cheng. Dawn goes outside to Pierce. And he scores. Cross-court winner, Jackson Pierce. Good, again, defense by the Yale Bulldogs. Holy cow. Keeping that ball alive. This is Nicholas Yee now to serve. Sends it over. Hagel there. Murnane quickly to Scheider. Scheider finds a hole. Scores for the Johnnies. Good job, Quinn Scheider into the 1-2 seam. Paints the line. And the Johnnies win the race to 20. And now Mpofu with a 4-point lead. Serve off the net cord, picked up by Pierce. Dawn goes back to Pierce. Big swing down the line. Off of Allschmidt, off my chair, off my hand. Thankfully, misses the camera. It's a good kill for the Bulldogs, as now they're down 3, 17-20. Jackson Pierce back to serve. Mpofu there. Murnane all the way across. Blazer into the block, picks it up out of the net. Murnane on 2 off the high hands. Scores for the Johnnies. Johnny's doing a good job keeping that 4-point margin. We'd like to be on the 4-5 bubble. We'll take the 4-3 bubble. 21-17, Bulldog timeout. And down the stretch they come in set number 1. Johnny's battling hard. Feels like relatively low energy here on court 48, but Johnny's getting it done. Yale in the huddle. They need a rotation. Big Stephen Ward is out right now. Would like to keep him out. Johnny's like to keep the run going with him on the bench. Once he gets back in, he can really dominate the net presence. All right, huddles are broken. Quinn Scheider to serve. He's up by 4 and he needs 4 for set 1. Scheider down the line. Picked up, trouble, free ball over. Allschmidt is there. Murnane with options. Baldessari is long. Boy, I thought that was going straight down. Ends up going long. Point Bulldogs, 21-18. And there's Ward back in the game. Masick to serve. Baldessari look out. Net. Johnny's in the net. Point to the Bulldogs, 21-19. Masick puts it in play. And Pofu has it go through his hands. And it's 21-20, just like that. Johnnies were just up 4. Now they're clinging to a 1-point lead. And unfortunately for the Johnnies, it hasn't been at the hand of the Bulldogs. Self-induced a little bit here and late in set 1 as Messick sends it over. And Pofu there, perfect pass. Murnane goes outside. Blazer off the block to the floor. Nice job, Aiden Blazer, turning the tide, stopping the run. Now the Johnnies by 2, 22-20. Johnnies need 3. Will Murnane back to serve. Murnane approach, sends it over. Good serve, good pass, insistent, middle attack, tipped over. Murnane bumps it up. Hagel wants Blazer off the block, picked up out of the block. Murnane quickly into the middle, blocked. Murnane now outside. Allschmidt sends it over 2 hands deep. Here come the Bulldogs. Strong side attack, off the block. Blazer on 2 into the block, picked up by the Bulldogs. Right side attack, sent over. Nice dig, Murnane. Hagel is going to go outside. Allschmidt's going to have to free ball it over. Here comes Chen. Dong outside. Big swing. It's long. No touch. Touch. Who called a touch? Who called a touch? I didn't see any line judge call a touch. The R1 called a touch. Aiden's getting grief now. I think they don't want any more arguing. It's a point to the Bulldogs. And now Stephen Dong back to serve. I don't know who called the touch still, but it doesn't matter. Dong up. Dong over. Blazers there. Murnane quickly into Baldessari. Nice dig by Chang. Now it's going to come free ball. Sent over. That's a double. Yeah, we got a double contact called on that attack. Right call by the R1. Got some help from the R2. Substitution now for the Johnnies. Scram in. And Bapu out. And now Aiden Blazer back to serve. 2-point lead, needs to. He's ready to go. Substitution not even done yet. R1 says, let's go. Okay, here comes Aiden Blazer. Needing 2. Looping over. Picked up nicely. In system. Ward. Big swing to the floor. Big Stephen Ward scores for the Bulldogs. Johnnies need 2. Side out, serve out. That's all they need to take set number 1. Palacios to serve. Palacios up and over. Hagel steps into it. Murnane with options. Allschmidt off the block. Nice dig. Picked up. Free ball coming over. Murnane sends it right back. Big swing off the block to the floor. Point Bulldogs, 23-23. We're all knotted up. Next team to lead by 2 will take set number 1. Johnny still in a side-out, serve-out situation. Palacios serving for the Bulldogs. Up, over. Allschmidt right here. No touch called. The shot's long. Went right through the block. Pretty sure he touched it, but maybe not. Now we got a timeout, Johnny's. Johnny's down 1 in set number 1. (23-24). I think at one point they had a 21-17 lead. Then outscored 7-2 here late in set number 1. Good news is they're still in it. Needing 1 to tie, send it to overtime. There's the R2 saying, let's go. Johnny's break the huddle. 1, 2, 3. Generally it's together. Didn't hear that one. And now Palacios on the hook for set number 1 for the Bulldogs. Here he comes. Sent over. Hagel there. Murnane with options. Baldessari off the block and out. Point Johnny's 24-24. Volleyball's version of overtime here on court 48. Baldessari with the serve. There's the signal for ready. Baldessari steps into a roll shot over. Cheng is there. Dong is going to go outside. Block! Olschmidt. Big attack by Pierce. He tried to tip it over the block. Didn't go. And now Baldessari on the hook for set number 1. 25-24, Johnny's lead. Baldessari, roll shot over. Cheng is there. Dong wants Ward. Look out. Oh, it's in the net. Unfortunately, a ball on the court. And we'll do a replay. Baldessari again on the hook for set 1. That's a bummer. The attack was in the net. Here's Baldessari. Take 2. Good serve. Cheng steps in. It's an overball. Scram sends it down. Owen Scram scores for the Johnnies, and they prevail in overtime 26-24. It looked dicey there for a moment, but the Johnnies pull it out and take set number 1. I'm going to step aside, get a drink, rest the voice. I feel like I've been talking since 5:30 local here. You're listening and watching Johnny Volleyball on Spolybrock Sports Network.
When I was growing up, Dad told me that nothing in this life is for real. Pull you away like fire and lightning. You'll shine like polished steel. Never turn your back on a true friend. Best troubles in your life. 2 hard days, work at your very best. You sleep in peace each night. Oh, I stay. Oh, I stay. Now my memory speaks me back in time when my daddy raised me proud. Walk soft when you have to follow. When you lead real loud. But now my nights are filled with living and sleep consumes my days. But I can turn my back now, 'cause I ain't got a friend. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. You wanna know how my life turned out? You wanna know
back here on court 48, the basement of the convention center in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. We're ready for set 2, Johnnies versus Bulldogs. It's going to start with Dong serving. And here we go now. Sent over. Mpofu is there. Perfect pass. Murnane slam dunk on 2. Point Johnnies. Yes. Yeah, point Johnnies. Ball was in the net. Johnny point. Murnane went up high, went over with 2 hands. The net was shaking, but the ball was in the net, not Murnane. Point Johnnies. And now Murnane earns his way back to the service stripe. Sent over. Confusion on the Bulldog side. Ace serve, Will Murnane. Quick 2-0 start for the Johnnies. Chang and Pierce coming together there. Not sure what happened there. Was that friendly fire? All right, Will Murnane now to serve 2-0. Goes over short. Cheng runs in. Nice job. Dong sends it outside. Jackson with the big swing. Block Baldessari. Sorry, that wasn't Jackson. That was Nicholas Yee. Big swing. Block Baldessari. Point Johnnies. And quickly now 3-0. Murnane goes over short. Pierce is there. Dong middle. Ward. Big swing. Straight down on the Johnnies side. Off the deflection. Point to the Bulldogs. Big Stephen Ward, big swing. Baldessari there with the block. Didn't get enough push, and it came down on our side. Hagel sends it up. Murnane goes outside. Allschmidt, the lefty. Airmail off the chairs. And quickly now, the Bulldogs creep back into this. 3-2. Palacios to serve. Up, over. Hagel there. Murnane wants Blazer. He goes down the line. Cheng gets a hand on it, but sends it way into court 41. Nice attack, Aiden Blazer for the score. Blazer earns his way back to the service stripe. He's got more tape on his right hand. You got another whole day there, son. Fix that one up. Blazer back to serve. 4-2 lead. Sends it into the 6. Cheng is there. Dong's got options. Goes back. Big swing by Yee off the block and to the floor. Successful kill for the Bulldogs, and it's 4-3. Andy Cheng back to serve. Cheng up, Cheng over, scram there. Murnane over to Allschmidt, off the block into the bench. Point Johnnies. Big strong swing by Allschmidt. The block was there, but it spiraled into the bench area. Now Scheider back in up front. Baldessari back to serve. Johnnies lead 5-3. Baldessari, good serve. Cheng, good pass. Dong's going to go up. Big swing, Pierce. Blazer with the dig. Murnane goes outside. Scram over the top. Nice dig in the back row. Right side attack. Yee goes down the line. Baldessari there. Murnane wants Blazer in the back row. Blazer came flying in but found the net. Point Bulldogs. 5-4. Johnny's on top. Yee back to serve. Yee sends it over and long. Service error gives the ball back to the Johnnies. 6-4. Jack Allschmidt to serve. 2-point lead. Johnnies lead 1-0. Good serve. Cheng there. Dong's going to go way outside. Too far outside. Oh, geez. Hit a spectator in the head. She appears to be okay. That's good news. Allschmidt marches back to the service stripe with a 3-point lead now. Leads 7-4. Sends it over. Cheng makes contact but sends it to the back wall. Ace serve. Jack Allschmidt. Point Johnnies, and now the Johnnies have the Bulldogs doubled up here in set number 2, 8-4. Allschmidt, good strong serve, good pass. Dong is going to go outside, off the block, and to the floor. Nice job there by Jackson Pierce to work the block and score. right, there's up, there's over. Blazer, Murnane, quickly to Scheider. Good scrap by the Bulldogs, and they send it over and score. Scoreboard says 8-7. We've got 8-6. We'll see what correction is made as Pierce goes back to serve. They say it's right. We say it's wrong. We can watch the tape later. Pierce up and over. Blazer, good pass. Murnane quickly to Scheider. He punches at it. It's long, and just like that, according to the in-house scoreboard operator, it's 8-8. Really 8-7. Not going to get it. Not going to get this one. Pierce up, Pierce over. Scram there. Murnane on 2. Lift called. All right, Murnane now getting a yellow card. R1 doesn't want to hear any more noise. All right, 9-8 now. Things unraveling a bit for the Johnnies. Pierce up, Pierce over, Blazer there. Murnane quickly to Scheider off the block, picked up by the Bulldogs, sent outside. Nice job getting it back. Scheider sends it over, they send it right back. It's hippity-hoppity-hoo, and Murnane goes over and scores off the deflection. Point Johnnies, 9-9. We're gonna go with, I don't know what we're gonna go. I guess we'll adjust our score to be the in-house scoreboard, 9-9, they say. As much as I disagree, I don't really get a say. Mpofu, good strong serve, nice pass in system. Dawn goes back to Misick, tip shot over. Good job, Hagel. Good job, everybody. Somehow, some way that goes over without hitting anything. Now look out, slam dunk. Slam dunk Masick. Had a full hand on top of that one, and the Bulldogs now lead 10-9. Masick to serve. Up. Ooh, not quite over. Catches the top of the net, falls to the floor. And it's the Herkster point here on court 48. 10-10 with Quinn Scheider to serve. Scheider, he's short. Back-to-back service errors give the ball back to the Bulldogs with a 1-point lead. Stephen Dong to serve. Up by 1, 11-10. Dong up, Dong over. Mpofu there. Murnane quickly. Baldessari blocked, picked up by Murnane. Outside, Blazer. Nice attack. Now they're going to come strong side off the block. Johnnies are in the net. Not called. Another block. Murnane sent over by Baldessari, but long. Baldessari, good idea to go over on one. The entire Yale team was towards the net. Unfortunately, he was just a bit long, and now Dong serving, leading by 2, 12-10. Sent over. Hagel there. Murnane quickly to Baldessari out of nowhere. Scores. Good quick attack. Baldessari and Murnane connect. And the Johnnies we got a timeout on the floor. I'm not sure who called the timeout, but 11-12 the score. Oh, Murnane is cramping, therefore a timeout. Someone ought to, looks like he's got Gatorade. 11-12 the score. Murnane cramping. Working out the hamstring, stretching it out, pounding some Gatorade. We got a hodgepodge game here. Not a lot of flow, not a lot of tempo. Murnane still trying to shake out that right leg. And here we go. Johnny's down one. Middle attack, Ward, big swing. And Hagel sends it through court 47. Nice attack, Stephen Ward. And now it's a point Bulldogs, and they lead by 2. Palacios back to serve, 2-point lead. Palacio up, over. Hagel there, Murnane back to Blazer. Softly over 2, Cheng is there. Strong side attack coming, big swing, blocked Baldessari. Bulldogs in, middle attack, off the high hands, picked up by Mpofu. Murnane goes outside, Blazer, big swing, blocked. Murnane to Alschmidt, big swing off the high hands into the floor. Jack Alschmidt scores down the line for the Johnnies. And again, Johnnies trail by 1. Aiden Blazer back to serve, needs a ball. Here it comes. Blazer with the catch. He's ready to go, looking to tie things up. Midway through set number 2, Johnny's down 1. Blazer, good serve. Cheng is there. Dong quickly to Ward, off the high hands, picked up by Blazer. Murnane is going to go back to Alschmidt. Down the line. Nice dig, Cheng. Hagel sends the overpass, and the Bulldogs say thank you very much and slam it to the floor. Point Bulldogs, 14-12. They lead by 2. Back now to serve, Andy Cheng. Cheng up, Cheng over down the line. Scram is there. Murnane to Alschmidt. He steps into it. Stop block, Pierce. Point Bulldogs. Johnny's struggling offensively here in set 2. Only down 3. Cheng to serve. Up 3. Sent over, Hagel there. Murnane quickly, Baldessari slam dunk into the net. Point Bulldogs. 16-12 now. Johnny's down 4 with Cheng at the service stripe. Cheng up, Cheng over, Hagel there. Murnane back to Blazer, back row. Nice cross-court winner. Aiden Blazer scores from the back row. Tried to get a little mojo going for the Johnnies as Baldessari struts back, waiting for the ball. It's over on court 47. Still waiting for the ball. Still, here we go, roll back now. Baldessari to serve, down 3. Baldessari up, off the net cord, picked up by Pierce. Dong goes back to Pierce, big swing into the block, picked up out of the net by Scheider. Murnane goes over on 2, and here they come again. This is a big swing off the block into court 49, point Bulldogs. Pierce feeling his oats over there on the Bulldogs, having success hitting on the strong side. Excited indeed. Nicholas Yee back to serve. Again, 4-point lead for the Bulldogs, 17-13. Bulldogs up, Bulldogs over, and long, point Johnnies. Now Jack Alschmidt, down 3. Getting time for a Johnny run. Alschmidt into the 6, passed up nicely. Dong's going to go outside. Pierce tips over the block. Blazer is there. Murnane over to Scram through the block. Nice dig, Chen. Dong is going to go outside to Pierce again. Tools the block, scores for the Bulldogs. 18-14 now. Jack's scoring at will. Jackson scoring at will for the Bulldogs on the left side. He earns his way back to the service stripe. He'll give it a run at the service line. Here he comes. Finds the net. Point Johnnies. Johnny's down 3. Mpofu in to serve. Needing a little Mpofu magic here on court 48. Off the net cord, nice pass by Pierce. Outside attack, Palacios off the net cord, picked up by Hagel. Blazer plays it to the middle. Murnane goes over, and here come the Bulldogs again. Again, this is Palacios off the high hands to the floor. Good strong attack. Stephen Palacios and the Bulldogs having success here in set number 2. Masick back to serve. That means Ward back up front. Bulldogs up 4. And there they go. Hagel, Murnane outside. Blazer hammers to the floor. Aiden Blazer to the floor. Cross-court winner for the Johnnies. Much needed winner. And now Quinn Scheider back to serve. Trailing 3. 16-19. Johnnies trail. Sent over by Scheider. Passed up in system. Middle attack. Ward blocked. Picked out of the net. And Murnane wins the joust at the net. Off the deflection, out of play. Point Johnnies. And now the Johnnies down 2. Quinn Scheider again at the service line. Scheider the approach. Stops short of the court. Middle attack. Ward. It's a good one. Stephen Ward scores for the Bulldogs. They win the race to 20. They have a 3-point lead. Dong now back to serve for the Bulldogs. Dong up, Dong over. Pofu there. Murnane quickly to Baldessari. Cut shot, looking for the sideline, misses. Point. Bulldogs, and now they lead again by 4. Needing 4 to tie this up and send it to a third set. Dong back to serve. Again, winner moves on to play for gold or silver. Loser gets bronze. Quickly attack. Baldessari up high, down hard. Baldessari scores for the Johnnies. And now the Johnnies trail by 3. 18-21. Murnane back to serve. Murnane, good serve. In-system pass. Dong's going to go outside. Attack. Finds the net. Point Johnnies. 19-21 now. Johnnies down 2. Late in set number 2. Be nice to see a run out of the Johnnies here and end this one. Dong in the middle. Ward blocked. Ward not coming. That's the right side attack. Palacios tools the block. Scores for the Bulldogs. Everything seeming to work off those deflections at the net for the Bulldogs. Now they lead again by 3, 22-19. Palacios to serve. And there it is. Hagel there. Murnane quickly to Baldessari. Net violation, Bulldogs. And the Johnnies score again. 20-22. Blazer back to serve. That brings Scram in up front. And Pofu will take a break. Blazer needs a run. Johnnies down 2, 20-22 in set 2. Pierce, Dong, back to Pierce, through the block, and score. Bulldogs 23-20 now. Here's the serve. Cheng sends it over. Scram sends it high. Murnane is going to go back to Allschmidt. Two-handed tip down the line. Cheng picks it up. Dong's got options. Back to Pierce. Big swing. Blocked. And score. Johnnies. Johnnies picked that one up. They're still down 2. The Bulldogs only need 2. Back to serve now. Baldessari. Needing 2 to tie. 4 to win. Set number 2 and the match. Baldessari up. Baldessari in. Cheng with the pass. Dong's got options. Goes to Pierce. Block! But it's out. Point Bulldogs. And here we go. Bulldogs on the hook for set number 2 to send this one to set 3. Lee will go back to serve. Johnnies need 3 to tie. Here comes Lee. Sends it over. Hagel there. Murnane to Allschmidt. Blocked. Picked up by Blazer. Murnane back to Allschmidt. Down the line. Scores. Jack Allschmidt works the line. Scores for the Johnnies. 22-24 now. Johnnies down 2. Big Jack Allschmidt to serve. Needs 2 to tie to send this one to overtime. 4 will win it. Given there's no 4-point play, we're going to have to do it one at a time. Jack Allschmidt to serve. Into the 6. Passed up in system. Dong, middle attack. Tipped over and in for the Yale point. Point Yale, set Yale, and we'll go to 3. A 3-point race to 15 coming up next. It's called Southbound Train. All right, we are back. Court 48, set 3 starts now. Dong sends it over. Murnane's got options, goes outside. Blazer, big swing, sent back over. Hagel there. Murnane back to Blazer again. Roll shut down the line, picked up. Strong side attack looped over. Allschmidt with the dig. Murnane back to Blazer for a third time, and this time off the block to the floor. Aiden Blazer gets the first point of set 3. I sprinted to the garbage can and back to throw something away. I'm out of breath. Murnane up 1-0. Set 3 goes down the line. Good serve, good pass, Pierce. Hagel, Murnane. Baldessari. Kicking are the Bulldogs. Point, Johnnies. 2-0, quick 2-0 lead for the Johnnies. This is a race to 15. It happens fast. Every touch matters. Murnane to serve. Murnane up. Down the line. Good pass, Pierce. Strong side attack sent over free. Popped up by Allschmidt. Murnane over to Blazer. Tipped over. Picked up by the Bulldogs. Tipped again. Murnane with the dig. Hagel to Blazer. To the net. Point. Bulldogs. They're on the board. Good news is the Johnnies have the Bulldogs doubled up here. Bad news is it's only 2-1. Here comes Palacios. Net serve. Point Johnnies. And now Aiden Blazer back to serve. 3-1. Johnnies 20% of the way there. Blazer says, I'll see your net serve with a net serve of my own. It's back to the Bulldogs. 3-2. Bulldogs trail by 1. Chang back to serve. Chang up, Chang over. Good serve. Hagel high in there. Murnane goes all the way back to Allschmidt. He backs off of it. It's popped up in the air. Strong side attack coming. Tip blocked by Allschmidt, but out of play. And Jackson Pierce, again, tools the block. New set 3. It's 3-3. in set 3 with number 3 serving. Match 3 of the day. Any other threes? Cheng sends it down the line. Scram sends it up. Murnane back to Scram. Gets blocked. We're still in play. And it scores. R1 called it down. Then he called a double. He just didn't want to give the point to the Johnnies. I feel like the double is a legit call. Okay, here we go. It's 4-3 now. Bulldogs on top. Cheng to serve. Sent over. Hagel there. Murnane quickly into the middle. Baldessari off the block. Picked up. Dong goes outside. Pierce airmail. And Allschmidt is down. He is down and looks to be getting up gingerly. He is walking. That's positive. Waving off assistance. It's 4-4. Now Baldessari serving for the Johnnies. Off the net. Picked up by Masick. Pierce. Big swing. Scores for the Bulldogs. Jackson Pierce having an unbelievable afternoon here. Everything working. Swings through the block. Tips. Working the tooling the block. Scoring Central number 1. Leowen serving for Yale, sends it over. Blazer there. Murnane back to Blazer. Big swing is wide. Point Bulldogs, 6-4 now. Johnny's down 2. They were up too early, down 2 now. Gonna have to battle back. Again, winner stays to play a challenge match for gold silver. Loser goes straight to bronze. Sent over. Hagel up high. Murnane wants Allschmidt. He still is limping around a little bit. That's not a good sign. Middle attack. Slam dunk. Masick. 7-4 now. Johnny's down 3. Halfway through set 3. Need a stop. Foot fault. Foot fault. Scram sends it over. Cheng comes flying in. Look out. It's Pierce again. Into the block and down. I don't know how that wasn't a football. All right, Scram clapping, but the Bulldogs have doubled up the Johnnies here, 8-4. I could see a footfall from here. He's claiming he was behind the line. I don't think, well, I'm a long way away. He's a lot closer. If he's paying attention, he's paying attention. It was definitely close, that's for sure. Bulldogs now up 4. Johnnies need something to happen here. Ball's all over the place on the court. And here we go, coming out of the timeout. Johnnies need a stop, desperately. Leowen to serve. Sends it over. Hagel, trouble. Murnane's going to free ball over. Masick. Dong, outside. Pierce, blocked this time. Picked up by Chen. Blazer goes down to get it. Murnane wants Allschmidt. And somehow Pierce keeps it alive. Murnane goes deep into the 5. Good hustle. He's on the concrete. Not coming back. Point Johnnies. Good hustle, Johnnies. Good work at the net there. And now Jack Allschmidt back to serve. Down 3. We need a couple here. Substitution on the Yale side. Lee is back in. And here comes Allschmidt into the 6. Popped up high. Dong goes outside. Pierce off the block. He's making everything work, man. It's unbelievable. Jackson Pierce scores for the Bulldogs. I should put that one into the soundbiter. Save some voice. 4-point deficit. Bulldogs 9. Johnnies 5. Pierce back to serve. Sends it over. Baldessari. Murnane goes over on 2. Picked up by Chung. Dong's going to go outside. Palacios. That's 2. Okay, finally called. Block, touch, head, block. Double contact. Point, Johnny's. Mpofu. Now he's ready to go. Sitting, he was focusing. He was meditating. He's ready to go. We're down 3. Mpofu with the serve. Good serve. Sent up high. Dong sends it over to Palacio. Sent over. Blazer is there. Murnane with options. Goes over to Blazer. He's blocked. Hagel can't come up with the block, and it's a point. Bulldogs, and they win the race to double digits. And here comes big Stephen Ward. Down 4 are the Johnnies. It's going to take quite the comeback. Sent over. Hagel there. Murnane goes outside. Blazer right into the block. Point. Bulldogs. Things unraveling for the Johnnies. Timeout Johnnies. They're down 5. 11-6 in set number 3. Battling they are, but they look tired, weary, lots of limping going on. I think Murnane's got a cramp. I think Allschmidt's got a twist. And the Bulldogs seem to be in control. Set number 3, your Johnnies will fight back. All right, back to serve is Masick for the Bulldogs. Johnnies ready to receive. Short serve, coach's point. Hey, here we go. Quinn Scheider down 4, the convenience store point at 7-11, set 3. Scheider sends it over into the 6. Middle attack, Ward, look out below. Scheider takes that one off the head. He's going to wobble to the bench area. Big Stephen Ward hammers the ball to the floor. The rebound comes up and catches Quinn in the nose. I don't know if he's bleeding, but he's hurting. Hagel, Murnane, Baldessari to the bench. Point, Bulldogs. 13-7. Johnny's down 6. Dong back to serve. Heels on the concrete, toes on the tile. Dong sends it over. Hagel is there. Murnane all the way across. Blazer finds the net. Point, Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs have the Johnnies doubled up. 14-7 in set 3. Backs against the wall are the Johnnies. Dong to serve. Short serve. Good hustle. Scramble to get it over, but here come the Bulldogs off the block. Nice job. Murnane's going to go outside. Blazer, roll shot down the line. Scores. Excellent hustle out of the Johnnies. Down 7. Match point against. Good scramble to keep the ball in play and to take the point. All right, Mr. Murnane, it's on you. Down 6. Needs 6 to tie. Will Murnane up, down the line. In system, Ward, look out. Ball on the floor. Replay. Probably fortunate because Stephen Ward had a look at it. Balls everywhere coming into the court from 47. All right, Will Murnane still needs 6. Here's the serve. He goes down the line. It's a good serve. A little bit of trouble. Free ball into the net. Point, Johnnies. Murnane needs 5. 14-9 now. Johnny's battling. Will Murnane up over into the 6. Cheng there. Dong to Ward. Block! Baldessari. Point, Johnnies. Murnane needs 4. 14-10 now. Johnnies get to double digits. There's the signal for ready. There's the serve. Down the line. Sent up high. Dong outside. Big swing. Block! Allschmidt. And the Johnnies wake up. And now Murnane needs 3. but not before a timeout. Bulldogs. Johnny's battling back here very late in the third. Got their block going. Have cut the 6-point lead to a 3-point lead. I vote for a service ace out of the timeout. That'll really turn up the heat. Murnane to serve. He's been working the line. What will he do here? There's a signal for ready. Here comes Murnane. Net serve. Point, set, and match to Yale. They win this one. They drop the first, but they come back with victories in sets 2 and 3. So what does this mean for your Johnnies? It means they have the rest of the day off. We'll play in the bronze bracket tomorrow starting at 11:45 on court 42. That's down here in the basement. So a tough loss, but hey, good tournament so far for the Johnnies. They got another day to go. On a positive note, the worst they can do is tied for 21st, coming in as a 15th seed. They can't quite play to their seed, but they can take 17th. So that'll do it from the Phoenix Convention Center on day 2. Johnnies win the crossover match, drop a couple tough ones here in pool play, and we'll get back at it tomorrow, 11:45 Pacific time, 2:45 in the Central Time Zone. We'll get packed up. We'll shut her down here from Phoenix, Arizona. Thanks for watching Johnny Volleyball on the Spoljebrock Sports Network. Some out music. This is called Minnesota Nice.
County, 1876. Grayback rebels trying to run the risk, seeking vengeance for their southern pride. Yeah. Jesse James along for the ride. They ride. They ride. September 7th, they rode into town just to take old dames down. Colt 45 strapped across their hips, yeah. JYG etched in the grip, and I often think about when they roll into my town. Will they try to roll the dice? Thinking Minnesota nice. Minnesota nice. Where white dust